Only take a when up this. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, breathe and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Breeze now on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Now it's a Johnny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Sammy! Ready, what's up?
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Again, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Looks good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The defending Super Bowl champions taking the field on offense here. They certainly have learned how difficult it is to repeat as champions this season. Now, they did beat New York last week 25-22. And, Charles, I guess that does keep their slim playoff hopes alive.
It does, but the next 2 weeks tell the full tale of their season because it's all about making the playoffs, right? So next week, home against Washington, and that's a Monday night game. And then they're at Dallas in a regular Sunday afternoon slot. So this is what it's all about for them. And it reminds me a little bit of Atlanta a couple years ago. Remember when Atlanta lost the Super Bowl to New England? Came back the next year absolutely loaded. Everybody expected them to be back there. The whole season was a struggle, but they found their way back to the playoffs. Can Philadelphia do the same thing?
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Shorty. Hey, stack.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the gun, it's Brees. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Brees going to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Thomas, the intended target. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles. And if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late in the year, and they're still hanging in there. But 2 teams that really jump out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well Andrew Luck is playing the quarterback position. We don't talk about that enough. They could very well win the AFC South with the play they're playing right now. And how about the Denver Broncos? That was a gutsy win at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are still hanging in there, still hopeful for a wild card spot.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Wentz to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Wentz going to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go. 36.
So after the INT, it's Brees. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Brees to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's able to find Wallace. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This man was a Saint for 3 years. It's Darren Sproles. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Fighting to stay upright. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of yours.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On first down, Wentz. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 31 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Kill!
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready.
Now Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
21. Here we go. Ready. Waiting.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run here with Ingram. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's Breeze. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Going long here for Wallace. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 58 yards. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wentz. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Get set, get set. Hey, kill.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Breeze is looking to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Hey, kill.
Breeze to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.